of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all. Not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. They'll go again to Jones. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Room here. And now off to the races. Down the right side. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Elliott good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game...
And it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Solid effort by Jair Alexander there defensively. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Grant Calcaterra, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Edwards, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection.
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On the counter now, it's Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. keep on the ground with Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Hurts to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Going up top. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Well, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he is going to have a Packers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Rodgers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 74 yards. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Grant Calcaterra. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. With a slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run here with Dillon. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. 1 second, all that remains. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
From the 39, Hurts. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And into...